Speak it up, holding on. Trigger, you've done it, you champion. Speak it up, wins. Goes to the lead. John's going to take out the Dudley Justice. And that's Mr. Ali. It could be. He's fighting back. Oh, look at him. Speak it up, does it.
Welcome to Season 3 of Mobile Rolling, Episode 1. I'm joined tonight by Harness Racing's best race caller, Lockie Stace, to my left, and also Liz Barbaro, our on-location presenter, with another season of information coming up, and humour, no doubt, Liz.
Humour, don't know what you're talking about.
Wisdom.
There's always wisdom, never humour. It's all informative stuff.
It's all facts.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What I like, though, Lockie, is whenever Jimmy's half unavailable, you just give him the biggest shirt front of all time and just jump in his seat. You've been here since last night.
Well, I can't deny that, Rocky. Very true. But no, I'm just Jimmy's understudy. Whenever he needs me to step up to the plate, I'm always available. And Jim will be back next week, obviously. So I'm not sure about our intro either. Best race caller in harness racing.
Well, you told me to say that. He's not here.
I'm pretty sure I've seen the exchange.
So I can only go on what you tell me to say.
No worries,
so
thank you for following that direction.
That's why Liz said to say something about humour. But on a serious note, we do have to send our condolences to Jimmy and his family for the death of his sister last week, unfortunately. So there's the real reason why he's not on today. But he'll be back next week and beating you off, mate.
Sorry.
So today, guys, is all about Wayville. Next Friday night. We've got a lot to talk about. We had a couple of trials last night that went okay, but the track's not anywhere near ready, according to the drivers that were there last night. So that's a little bit of a worry.
Yep. I don't know. I think last time when we did have this race meeting, the trials leading up, there was about 4 or 5 trials and there were concerns with the track.
Yeah.
Not as big as what we've heard last night.
Yeah.
But sometimes the track leading up to this race meeting has been known to be a little bit heavy.
Yeah.
So hopefully those issues can be ironed out, and hopefully we're all set to go for the race meeting. But interesting. Hopefully, as I said, those things are just taken care of and the track's in good condition for the night.
And Liz, you'll be in the Bull Bar.
I will be.
Friday.
I will be. I'll
Why
be
is
up.
that?
I decided. If I'm going to go support something I love, I'll make sure I'm in the best seat.
That's the only reason?
Yeah. Nothing to do with the alcohol.
Making sure you're supporting all the financial benefits over the bar.
Exactly. I'm there to support everyone and everything.
Well, you're taking clients as well. So that's a good thing as
I'm
well,
taking a few clients along for the night. So and a few of my own clients and a few people I work with closely with my own business. So
that's good.
Yeah, making it a really good night out.
Yep. You calling any races, mate?
Don't know if I'm calling, but I will be doing a lot of the MC work. I'm calling actually Gawler Greyhounds during the day that day, so I think if I come and call, it'll be a bit too much in one day. But no, I will be doing a lot of the MC work on the night. I'm looking forward to it. I'm hosting a few of the some of the restaurant areas on the night as well. Be helping out there. So we're going to get all together over the next week, and I'm really looking forward to the night. It'll be my first Wayville I've MC'd. I didn't do the last one, so this will be my first one. So I'm really looking forward to that.
That's good.
And it's something different compared to doing a Monday afternoon Globe Derby. So I'm really pumped up for it.
And the last thing, just before we go to a quick break, we've got drivers coming from all over Australia to the meeting. To me, it's just so important that the trainers get behind this. And as I said, whether we have 7 or 8 races, it doesn't matter. There's going to be 8. There has to be 8 in every race, so that these drivers that are coming in, A, the crowd gets to see the best, but B, we're not bringing them over here for 2 drives.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just, the trainers just have to support meetings like this, and if they can't, then it proves that we're just not quite in the right spot harness racing-wise in South Australia.
Well, again, I refer back to the last meeting 2 years ago. I think there was a lot of concern leading up to the meeting about horses being not nominated for the meeting because, of course, I think the thing that turns trainers off is the stand starts. But hopefully, again, that all turned out for the better. There were 8 races on the program at the last meeting and it all went off without a bang. So, again, I think that will happen this time again. Hopefully, to come Tuesday, nominations are strong, and we have a lot of horses in these fields. So, yeah, I'm feeling confident that everything will go ahead as planned, and hopefully, noms are strong this Tuesday.
Yep, very good. All right, we'll go to a quick break and be back afterwards with Beck Cartwright from High Gain and Mario Borg from Marshall Batteries.
Etches. With over 30 years combined experience, we endeavour to make your presentation the best it can be. We specialise in all things corporate, from your company's major awards through to your club's trophy needs, as well as sports uniforms and equipment. Our giftware range is second to none, which you can view on eBay. All you do is just type in Etches. Etches is proud to be your one-stop shop, making everything a whole lot easier for you. Etches, proudly supporting harness racing in South Australia. Please come and see us at 142 Port Road, Homemarsh.
And welcome back to Mobile Rolling. We've got a couple of guests on in our next segment, Mario Borg from Marshall Batteries and Beck Cartwright from High Gain. Welcome, team.
G'day, how are you?
Very well. Mario, first time sponsor of Wavell this year for you with Marshall Batteries?
Yes, under the Marshall banner. It's the first time we've done it under Marshall. We've had a revamp of Modbury, Modbury Battery Service. We are taken over Marshall and SA.
Okay.
So we've integrated the launch with the Marshall into the Wavell night. So
excellent. And your horses are going pretty well at the moment, mate. So can you tell the viewers what Marshall battery you've got on your motor and your sulky?
Well, we've got we've got a real big one under there. But he's just a good horse.
Very good. And Beck, welcome to you. It's great to have you over here on our show. What got High Gain interested in Wavell as a opportunity?
Well, I have just became the sales rep here for in South Australia, and I have a harness racing background.
Okay.
Yep, family from way back. I was never ever not going to love harness racing for who I married, and so I really want to put our sponsorship and money behind Harness Racing South Australia.
Oh, good on you.
Yep.
And I've heard on the grapevine that, High Gain and Motivate are integrating. You've got the good takeover going on now.
Yeah, no, that's correct. We purchased Motivate about 12 months ago. It was owned by, obviously, Ingham's, and when they scaled down their racing empire, it came available, and the way High Gain has evolved over the last 10 years, production we're about the only Australian people that now manufacture and send overseas. We go into America, Asia, obviously all through Europe, and we needed the second mill in Sydney, and so production's going really well, and now Motivate is now 100% Australian owned again.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So the boss will send you over next Friday night for the meeting,
no, I'll definitely be here. I've got a few people coming along to enjoy the night, so
very good.
No, really looking forward to it.
That's excellent.
I know some of the other equestrian competitions, they do bring along some of their sponsorship for the night of some, lovely, like your jackets are fantastic. I think I buy one every year at Horse of the Year. Are you bringing any products along to sell on the night?
Probably not going to have any trade stands on the night, but more going to put some show bags out there, one to support the trainers that are coming along. I've spoken to Leanne and Max about offering just a few supplements to the people that have brought their horses over. There'll be a pack for all the drivers that are involved, and the pony trots really love to support the kids coming through because they are our future.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
And Murray, you're taking horses, I would think, next week?
Taking one,
Taking one in?
Yeah.
Are you changing colours on the night again?
Yeah, well,
this year?
I've put together the Marshall colours this year.
Fantastic.
Last time we had the Modbury Battery Service, but now that we're Marshall, I've got the Marshall logo.
Yep.
The actual Marshall himself's on the back, and it's just got Marshall batteries on the front. So we'll be putting that through as part of the package, so that the sponsorship. So
no, excellent.
It's great. Look, it's great advertising. So why not jump on board and help the industry and help yourself at the same time? So.
That's right. Especially when you're new as well, like with the change that you've had in your business as well?
Right,
People need to know that you're Marshall.
Yeah, Marshall's been very, very quiet over the few years till we've taken it over, and it's basically dead in the water in South Australia. So now that we've taken it and put it under our wing and really launched it, it's starting to take off. So now we really want to launch it. We're going to use the Wavell night to really push it hard to the public. So hopefully it works out quite well.
Yep, that's good.
I was going to ask, with both of you, you've just sort of covered for yourself, but as well, with coming on board for a night like tonight, will you be back again if we do another big Wavell show?
Yeah, for sure, and not only just Wavell, but I'd like to support the participants in harness racing in South Australia every day of the week. So we're going to start to put a little bit more money behind them.
Oh, good on you.
Maybe individually with some of the trainers, just support them in different ways because, as we know with this drought, it's tough times. And, you know, through my job, I get to see all disciplines in the sport, and harness racing people are always in the background at some level, somewhere, and always been so supportive. So it'd be nice for us as a feed company to give back to the people that have supported us all these years.
So you're based in Victoria?
That's correct.
How often do you have to come over to South Australia?
You know, I'll be here once every 5 weeks, or if it's needed. Like I've been here all week and be here all next week as well. Just got to go home for the weekend. We've acquired a new company in Fibre Fresh. We'll be now the distributors here in Australia for that product. So it's
Could you tell us a bit more about Fibre Fresh?
Fibre Fresh is a silage that comes out of New Zealand, and it's like a replacement for chaff, and it's pretty good for horses that do suffer from ulcers or do have a problem that with digestibility.
Which is a fair few of them.
Yeah.
What would be like the sugar and protein contents?
Very low.
Like that? Very low.
Very
so
low.
it would be laminitic friendly then?
It can be, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It's just obviously we've evolved so much with nutrition in humans. It's now come through our horses. So we now that high fibre, low starch feeds is the way to go, even with our race horses. So there's like 95 feeds on the market, and they all do something different.
Oh, there are, and it's really, really difficult. Like, you know, for a lot of what I do, like I do a lot of rehoming, so I get a lot of horses who've come off the track and they're very laminitic prone. So I'm constantly searching for products that are going to be supportive and very laminitic friendly.
Yeah.
So, and then you add the drought into everything, which has affected all of us so greatly that it causes even more issues again to sort of find that right balance in a feed. So.
And you've really got to look at your specs behind the feed, but most of the sugar content ironically comes out of hay, which everyone thinks the plain grass hay is the safest option, and it's actually not.
No,
so, no. And as I said, once again, with horse nutrition, we've come such a long way. We've learned so much about how we've processed things in the past. So,
So what's a normal day for you back in Victoria? How do you go from start to finish, or does it just change all the time?
Well, today I've been down the track at Morphettville since 5 o'clock, and done the run down there, and then you've got your retailers, which we're lucky enough, Nature's Harvest going to come next week and be involved. They supply all of our retailers here in South Australia, and it'd be really good for them to see their end users and what they supply, and maybe you just might get involved in an ownership with one of your local trainers, which would be great.
That'd be nice.
Always a good thing.
Mario?
We've got plenty of that.
We're helping you out here, come on.
We've always got room.
So it'd be good to get them introduced to a few people, and as we're going to do a prize for best presented in each race, so the trainers get something back, and we've asked Nature's Harvest to do the presenting of that, so the owner or the trainer can have something of their choice for just a presentation on the night, just to give something back and just get everyone involved.
Oh, fantastic.
No, that's awesome. Wow.
Anything else?
No, I think I'm just I'm so happy
catch up with her off camera?
What are you talking about? No, I just love that, Mario, you're already so heavily invested in the harness racing that, like the rest of us, we get behind, what we support for any event whenever we can, but to be able to have High Gain, to be able to have you guys come and join us as well, it's an honour, I think.
No, it's terrific.
No, well, without you, we don't have end users, so I think it's time to give back a little bit and support these nights and support our trainers.
Good on you.
Which in turn gets more owners.
That's exactly right. You have to help the cycle to be able to keep everything going.
That's correct.
So
all right. Thank you very much, and we'll see you
on the flip side.
Out the shops, of course. See you far too often. And Beck, hopefully we'll run into you next Friday night at Wave.
Absolutely.
Yep.
No, be a great night.
We'll be back after the break with Leanne Ewen to speak all things Wayville as well.
Thank you.
Pronto United Finance provides a professional, friendly and personalised service, offering competitive consumer lending solutions for whatever your current lifestyle finance requirements may be. We offer secured and unsecured loans for all types of items and occasions, large or small. It might be for a car or motorbike, a boat, a jet ski or caravan, and even horse floats. It might even be for a holiday or wedding. Contact us today, get your pre-approval in place and your mind at ease. Pronto United Finance, putting your personal needs first.
And a very big welcome back to Mobile Rolling. It's time to welcome our next guest for the program. The Executive Assistant at Harness Racing South Australia, Leanne Ewen, joins us. Leanne, good to have you on.
Rocky,
Hello.
how are you going?
How are you?
Very well,
Now,
thank you.
of course, the big thing coming up, Wayville, December 13th. What's happening? What's the update?
Update is, we had a couple of trials last night. Basically, our trials were also workouts so that our trainers and drivers could see how the track was progressing, because we didn't actually have an opportunity to get on it first when it was first laid. So there was the opportunity for, I think 8 horses went around last night, most of them safely without galloping, so that was a good
indication?
Yeah, it was. The track stood up okay, but there is still work to be done on it, which will be done probably early next week. And we might try and get another horse to come and just do a workout on it to make sure it's all up to standards before Friday.
Who's looking after the track, Leanne?
Lane Johnson,
Okay.
and he's got a little crew together, so they're all down there just about every day.
Yeah, because it
working
was a
and
little bit
prepping
heavy
the track.
last night.
It was.
Boys are saying.
Yep, it was. So they'll be working on what they can do to rectify that.
Okay. Ticketek sales, how are they going?
Ticketek sales are slow. There has been a lot of inquiries via phone as to whether there is tickets at the gate, which there is.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're trying to steer people to get their tickets previously so that we can get an indication of how many we will be looking forward to having there, and obviously for catering as well.
Yeah.
With the hospitality packages, ideally we'd like people to have those finalised by the end of this week so we can get back to their caterers and let them know, give them an indication of the numbers that we've got for it.
And what about the main catering side of like the good income earners, if you like, the bull bar, those sorts of functionaries, how are they going?
There's still 50 tickets available for the bull bar, so anyone that wants to head to the bull bar, which was the place to be, there's still 50 tickets available, and if you want to give us a call at the office or email me, we'll put those packages aside for you. That includes your entry as well.
Okay.
Fantastic. Now, also, as I said, a lot of things happening with the Wayville event and, of course, the trials leading up, of course, to last night. Now, tell us a little bit more, what are some of the other functions that will be happening on the night besides the bull bar?
Okay, we've got 2 pony races. One will precede the first race and then one will be after the first race. I think there's about 14 ponies going around. So they'll all be happy to be there. We've also got for kids in general, we've got face painting and pony rides, which will possibly be just down the back of the public grandstand. So there'll be something there for them to do. And we've got live band Lock and Load who'll play out on the beef cattle lawn. So they'll be there possibly from about the 4th, playing in between races until about 11 o'clock.
Is that your band, mate?
Lock and Load, yeah.
No.
He'll be front and centre.
We've got a few things going on. So we know the last couple of weeks fields have been a little bit tight to get the meetings up and going. And I think it's really important that we fill the 7 or 8 races, whatever we're having on Friday night, that the fields are as close to capacity as we get. Have you had any feedback from trainers, or is there communication going out to them to make sure we field a good meeting?
There's definitely communication going out to people who have been qualifying to trial over the last few weeks from the stand. So I think there's a pretty good discussion out there. But we obviously won't know final numbers until Tuesday. NOM's closed Tuesday morning, and fields will be available later on the Tuesday afternoon. There has been a lot of talk about it, so let's hope everyone gets behind it. Obviously, you can only have like a maximum of 8 per race, so and we want sort of clean racing, so we do want people to, you know, allow that gap between them, sort of, you know, arm's distance, just go around safely. It is a tight track, and that's why we've got like 10 invited drivers and not everybody's out there.
Yeah, that's important.
Yep.
So will the stewards be doing, I'm guessing the stewards will be doing a lot of things leading up to the race meeting, talking with the drivers and making sure
we are going to get that communication out to them about weight transfer. There's a lot of things to take into contention with a tighter track, and definitely the safe racing is what we're after. Just everybody go around safely and have a good night. It's all right to be competitive, but just not too many risky moves.
Yeah, I agree. The last one in 2017 was a terrific concept, and it was brand new. But it was the first time to be back there since 1973, wasn't it? I reckon was the last meeting.
Yeah,
something like that.
1973, yep.
So it was a really big novelty event for us, no question about that. 2 years later, we're doing it again. Do you think it's going to have the same drawing capacity as the previous one, or?
Easy answer is no.
Yeah.
This is a race meeting. So the other one, if you like, as far as nostalgia goes, like you say, a retro night, it was the first time back there. It sort of brought all that new vibe.
Yep.
This is a race meeting. Everyone wanted to go back to Wayville, so it's basically a race meeting picked up and taken there. So that's why there's no sort of extracurricular, like major stuff happening behind the scenes or anything like that. It's a race meeting.
It's a race meeting.
Yeah, bringing racing back to the city. So that's
it's really only increased your workload and no one else's.
No, it's increased everybody's workload. A lot of people are looking forward to some sleep over Christmas.
Yeah, no, that's good. Anything else, mate?
Nothing I can think of. I think we've covered everything about Wayville.
Anything you need to
So
add?
we've got, there'll be 3 totes on the night, and
where will they be?
They'll be in between the 2 grandstands, and there'll be one down the back by the beef cattle lawn, and also one in the bull bar, and there'll also be 3 bookies on track as well.
Okay, and they'll be in the same area?
Basically the same vicinity, but I think there'll be a bookie at the front of the grandstand. So,
that's excellent.
Yeah,
that's good. I'm glad they've got the bookmakers organised. I think that's a really important part of Wayville to have them there.
That vibe, yeah. That's right.
Probably not the same 120 they had back in 1969.
That'd be nice. We've also got some giveaways that'll be available on the night from our very kind sponsors who have donated to us. So there'll be kind of like a show baggy giveaway thing.
Okay.
Probably around the first 2.
And that's for all the trainers?
No, this is just general public. So there'll be a few there to give away. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, fantastic.
Very good.
Just another quick thing to touch on advertising. Of course, we're doing some advertising with radio stations and out there as well, and the advertiser. How's that all coming along?
It's definitely helped.
Yep.
Yeah, people know that the event's on, especially like obviously your older generation that do the read of the paper. So we've had quite a lot of interest from the older people looking to book the packages under the grandstand, because obviously it's a seated meal. And radio's been big too. It's been pumped pretty well on Triple M, so that's got us generated a lot of sales for us.
Well, I hope the last 50 bull bar tickets go in the next couple of days for you to get that out the way. And
it'd be good just to tick that off.
Yeah, and then we get 4,000 or 5,000 through the gates on the Friday night. It'd be terrific.
Fingers crossed. Hope it's nice weather and good clean racing, and then we can all sleep.
Good on you. All right, Leanne, thanks for coming in.
No worries at all. Thanks for having me.
Okay, we'll be back after the break.
Hi, I'm Darryl Hall from Tyre Powered Cheltenham, where you get the buying power of a huge range of tyre brands. We stock all major big brands: Toyo, Kumho, Mickey Thompson, Maxxis, Michelin. So come down and see me at Tyre Powered Cheltenham.
Welcome back to Mobile Rolling. Thanks to Leanne Ewen for her update on everything Wayville for the last 6 or 7 minutes, and we're about to close up for the episode.
So what's your plan for Wayville, Rocky? What are you doing?
I'm taking my syndicate called Where the Fox At.
Yep.
And we'll have a couple of bets and turn over maybe $20,000 of losing bets, I would have thought, on the night.
And of course, over the bar as well.
Well, they will. Yeah. There's some big drinkers there. I'll be designated driver, so I'm very lucky. A mate of mine actually works on Green Hill Road, so it's park in his car park and walk 20 metres to the entrance, which is pretty helpful. But we love it. It's just a good night. We will know a lot of people at the track. We'll have a bet, drink, tell some lies, that sort of stuff.
Have some fun.
Wave to Liz in the bull bar.
Oh, you're not coming over to see us then?
I'll be close by,
Yeah,
but I can't afford the $200 to get in there.
Neither can I. I'm still taking donations. I'm poor now.
The other thing is,
Just
guys,
bought horse feed.
you did. Well, that was expensive.
I know.
We know now that 90% of the sponsors for this year are pretty much brand new to harness racing, which is great. I think that shows a confidence in the industry from these new sponsors. So, I'll have a crack at this, and it's important that they get supported in the right way, and hopefully our fearless leader has done that. Looked after him well enough. I'm sure he's looked after you, Liz, with free tickets for the Bull Bar.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's good like that.
He's been throwing at me left, right and centre. Yeah, I've got VIP parking.
He's just Mr. Generosity.
Yeah.
I know. I'm hoping I might be able to push for a limo.
Yeah.
I think I deserve it.
I reckon that was 30 seconds of lies.
Okay, yeah, pretty much. Maybe 35. Come on.
So you're looking forward to him seeing the night, mate? Is that?
As I said, I'm really pumped for it. First Wayville I'm going to do as an MC, and it's hopefully the crowd's good and everyone gets behind this event. I'm really looking forward to the night itself, and bring it on.
Are you a legal punter these days, mate?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm 19, so I'm allowed to have a bet, but I rarely bet.
Do you?
Yeah, rarely. I never bet on anything really harness racing because I just like to, especially with my calling, I like to stay as neutral as possible. I stay away.
Is that why you leave my horses out of your tips all the time?
Hey, you went there. I was thinking it and I wasn't going to say it, but you went there.
I do the form to the best of my ability.
He's trying to be really polite right now.
And I try. It's just a view, an opinion. So,
just his opinions don't support your horses.
What he's trying to say is my horses are slow.
No, he's not saying that at all.
No. Bring Alcatraz Lass racing here in Adelaide, and you might get a few selections your way.
Right, what about Eyes Down looking on Monday? Do you think we can win that race?
I haven't seen the field Monday. Monday's hung out. But I must say I was really impressed with his run on Saturday night. It was a big step up for that horse. So shows nice speed off the gate as well. So I'll look at the races in, make an assessment, and you might see your horse as the first selection. You never know.
Excellent. That'd be nice. And you punting, is that part of you, or are you too busy drinking?
Drinking. Too busy. You know
but
what?
Haven't you got a 3 a.m. start the next day?
I do. I actually won't be indulging much because, I'm off to Mount Crawford early the next morning.
Where is that?
Up in the hills.
Big hills up there?
Up a hill, down a hill, up a hill, down a hill, around a bend,
south?
and you're there.
Is it south or is it?
No. Up past, up behind Mount Pleasant and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, up that direction. So, yeah.
And are you riding?
I am.
First time since?
This particular horse, it'll be his first time out since, I think, March.
Wow.
So, wear my Superman cape, just to be on the safe side.
Having said that, you're carrying a shoulder injury right now.
I am.
How's that going to go? You've got 2 weeks.
Strapped up.
No, you've got 10 days.
10 days, strapped up to the max. Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, a few Nurofen.
That's all?
Yeah. might need a little bit of a Dutch courage just beforehand, just to help me through.
There's no drug testing, obviously, for the riders to question yet?
No, thank God, because I might be in trouble on Saturday morning after a few wines on Friday night, and then depending on how I pull up in the morning. So
good. We'll be back next week for one more show before Christmas and before the Wayville show. So we'll promote it again next week, and fingers crossed that it's going to be a fantastic night out for everybody.
Let's hope so.
Okay. We'll see you next week.